and welcome to the podcast. I'm Risa.
I am Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like those things, well, what are you doing here? And I can't even, refer you to another podcast of a similar nature this time, because today is our, third episode of...
Yeah.
Krolmeister's
Krolmeister's talk?
Krolmeister
Kroll
feelings. Kroll talk.
One of our episodes where we do not talk about Nancy Drew. We do this once a month. And for the last 3 months now. I'm very proud of us.
I'm very proud of us.
So what are we talking about today, sister?
We are talking about something which is near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
Bishoujo Senshi Seramun.
So we are going nicher than niche. You guys thought that Nancy Drew video games was niche? Well, no. No.
We are so mainstream there.
We're going even nicher. We are going the live-action version of Sailor Moon. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, also just known as PGSM to a lot of the people... to a lot of the people in the fandom. We call it PGSM. It is beautiful.
It is amazing.
So, in 2003, they made a live-action version of the first arc of the manga. Manga. I always say manga. I sound really, really American when I say it.
But at least, okay, in all fairness, when we're going to be saying a lot of the names and things in this, you are going to hear us internally struggle with pronouncing it correctly and being worried that it's going to, sound like we're weebs.
We are. I mean, we are weebs. That's not, Ariana took Japanese in college. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
We're all the cards on the table. But not in, the weirdly obsessive...
Yeah.
You have to...
It's not like a fetishized or appropriating way. It's just... we enjoy a lot of different things from a lot of different cultures. The ones that we've been lucky enough to be exposed to. And this is one of them.
This is, and
I found this on YouTube one night.
It's true.
And I began watching it, and I said, Risa, you're gonna want to see this.
Yeah, so we watched it, the entire first time we watched it on YouTube. There's this lovely woman, Miss Dream, I think is what she goes by, who does fan translations. She now has it up on her... Last I saw, you could download the entire thing with her fan subs off of her website. I highly suggest it. Because
her translations are great.
They are fantastic, as opposed to, which, we, after watching it on YouTube, we felt like we needed to spend actual money on this. So we bought the official DVD set for the series, which I assume live with you. I should hope so.
Yeah. It's in the same thing that has Daria and
it does.
Firefly and all kinds of shit in there.
Yeah. So the official DVDs have some amazing translations that have nothing to do with the episodes. There are entire episodes where the subtitles are about 5 seconds off of the action.
And there's the character that just appears in the middle that we've decided means, ooh, we don't know why.
Or, my absolute favorite, the fact that they don't know how to translate Mamoru.
Mamory!
They have Mamory or Queen Beryl, right? Queen Beryl, the bad guy. My Lord Queen Beryl. Sir Queen Beryl?
My Lord, but my favorite is when it goes, My Lord Queen Berry.
No, My Lord Queen Berry Sama. And it's
there's too many titles in here. There's too many honorifics. I don't know what's going on.
It's literally, honestly, the official DVDs are so good. in the fact that they're obviously translated to...
Yes.
They seem to be translated from Japanese to Chinese to English.
Yes.
And that leads to some very amazing things.
It's
but let's get back to the meat
actual...
of it.
Yeah.
What is PGSM, Ariana?
It is an experience of both joy and extreme distress.
It really is. It is...
But it's also adorable as all hell. Sorry.
It so is. It was done in 2003 to 2004. It just covers the first arc. So if you are a fan of the manga or of the anime, then you will know it as the Dark Kingdom arc.
Yep.
It only includes the inner senshi. And we are going to be saying the word senshi. Senshi is just the meaning soldier. You probably heard them if you watched the 90s anime with the amazing dub. Then what they were called sailor soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what that. So we will call them the senshi, because that's what they are.
Yeah. It's better than a weird loose translation.
Yeah.
It's like,
so,
if I don't have an exact translation for something, I'm just going to use the original word.
Pretty much. So in PGSM, they take Sailor Moon, which was written in it started in the late 80s and the early 90s. So it takes that and it updates it for the new millennium.
Oh, so much
fantastic.
Product placement.
It's so good.
They were so keen for the marketing for this fucking show. It is astounding.
Well, Bandai literally did the show. So, of course. They, instead of having their transformation pens, they all have flip phones. It is so cute.
Instead of their headquarters being in an arcade, as it was in the original
90s,
anime,
yeah.
It is in a karaoke bar.
It's in
one of the booths. It becomes bigger on the inside.
It's so good. I think for me, the best part about this is that they cast actual teenagers as the senshi. So the characters are all 14 and 15, and they cast girls ages 14 through 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the show. So the youngest being the one who plays Sailor Mercury, Ami. She is the actual age of the characters, if I remember correctly. They are so adorable. And I think that's
really
part
are.
of what makes this show so much better than so many other Sailor Moon things.
Yep.
Because these are actual little girls being adorable.
Yeah. They're not, there's something just so pure about this, adaptation. It is so beautiful and just earnest. It's earnest.
Yes, earnest is the exact word. So, why do we like this show? One, it's earnest. Two, it is so wholly unique. It is, it takes the Dark Kingdom arc, and it makes it something new. It is still those characters that you know and that you love, but it takes them and it makes them human. They are... It's updated, and it is definitely its own thing. It's like, yes, that Usagi is definitely Usagi from the manga and from the anime, but she is her own amazing, adorable person.
She is, oh my god, I think I enjoy this Usagi much better than the one in the cartoon versions, because she has a purer soul, I think, than any other Usagi, because I don't think they could quite portray the brattiness in quite the same way. So she just kind of gets a little pouty.
It's like in the anime and stuff, they do a good job of showing that she's like pouty and she's bratty, but she's also like the savior of the humans, basically, right? But in this show, she is not bratty in the same way. She is just... She's
childish.
So pure. She's childish, but also incredibly mature in other ways. And she just knows what she should be doing. And she's so intent and just so good. Like, she sees all of these people, and she just, even without knowing who they are or what, like, how important they are to her and her mission, she goes out of her way to just, as people, try to make their lives better. And it's just, like, she has so no idea who Makoto is.
Yeah,
and so she still just hones in on her. I
there's
love
like
her so
there's several
much.
arcs within the show, which was not a very long run series. It was what, 50 episodes?
Yeah, it's between 50 and 60 episodes.
Somewhere in there.
It was 2 years long.
Yeah. So it was not, but there were several mini arcs within it, and one mini arc was her collecting all of the senshi. And she just found them. She just went, hey, I like you. You make your food look pretty. I think that's neat.
I'm going to adopt you now.
You're mine now.
Pretty much.
Okay, sure. There's a lot of that. Come on, we're gonna go shopping.
Yeah, she adopts everyone, and it's my favorite iteration of Usagi. It just straight up is.
Yep.
Like all of the other ones, I think what makes me like it so much is that they all have so much character development.
They do.
And they're fully fleshed out in a way that, like, the manga doesn't flesh anyone out. Like, understandable, it's a lot shorter, it doesn't go in depth.
Yeah.
The 90s anime did go more in depth and made the characters unlikable in a lot of ways. Specifically, Rei, so, Sailor Mars.
Yeah.
They made her, like, a bitch. She was weird in the anime. Not great. But Rei in the, in PGSM is so fantastic. She is one of my favorite characters in anything ever. She's just so good.
It does help that actress just... She gives off the right level of intensity. And it's like...
She does. She is incredibly intense.
She is the human embodiment of when they have those auras and they're like...
She straight up... by the way, she ended up going on to do other things. She was in... Tokyo Drift.
She was, yep.
She's done a lot of other things, but most of them have. They've all gone on to be, like, actresses and models and stuff like that. They all have had great careers, and they're all still friends. They'll all get together on each other's birthdays and take selfies and share them.
It's the cutest shit, you guys.
I love this.
That was my favorite thing on Tumblr. I had a lot of the PGSM stuff. I was like, oh... It was Miwako's birthday.
But, so, why should you watch it? Because it's good. Like, really, you gotta just trust us. It starts out really camp. Oh, yeah, let me just say right now that Luna, the cat, is not an actual cat, is instead a demonic stuffed animal, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. She's a little terrifying in the first, 5 episodes. But then they start having her as just the stuffed animal, no CGI. I think it's 2003. Forgive the CGI.
Woof.
But please, give it a shot. Watch, before making a decision, watch the first 10 episodes. Yeah. They're short. They're 20 minutes long. Don't worry about it. They're really not long. Watch the first 10 episodes, and you will be hooked.
If I had been told at the beginning, when I first found it on YouTube, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's especially the earlier episodes, the visual quality is weird. It is very lower budget, and so if you told me in the beginning that I'd be sobbing 40-some episodes later.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have believed you.
You know what? I will also say that right now. It gets intense. Towards the end of the series, it gets intense to the fact that there are episodes where if I just think about the episode, I start tearing up.
Yeah.
They so masterfully use something that doesn't get used enough, in my opinion, in Western media specifically, is when you have a very intense moment, there's no music.
Yeah.
And it's I'm literally thinking about a specific moment. It's making
horrible.
me cry. It's so deeply emotional, and it's raw. And this is coming from a children's show, basically.
Yeah.
And it just gets to you because there's no music to hide behind. It's just these moments of just you're having to confront the situation that's happening.
Like, maybe the only thing you can hear is one of them saying the other's name. And it's just like, ow, ow. And they do these like, especially those ones where it's super intense. And so not only is it deafeningly silent, but it's whiting out along the sides until it's just a burning vision. And it's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's weirdly well done.
It is so well done. Like, I can think of one specific moment.
Yeah.
So, God, it's so good. Who are our favorite characters, though? You know, let's just put that out there right now. You guys might know the cast of Sailor Moon, right? We have Sailor Moon, Usagi Tsukino. We have Sailor Mercury, who is Ami Mizuno. We have, by the way, all of their names, their last names literally mean of the and then something. Her name is her name is Usagi of the Moon.
Tsukino. Of the moon.
Of the moon.
Mizuno,
and no one
of the water.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, wait, what?
And then we have Sailor Mars, who is Rei. Rei Hino. We have Sailor Jupiter, who is Makoto Kino. And then we have Sailor Venus, who is Minako. Minako.
Minako. Yeah.
I cannot... Minako Aino. Sorry.
Minako Aino.
If you somehow don't know that in Japan they put the family name before the given name, that is true. Obviously, this live action was done in Japan, so they have all of the names in the opposite order from what you as an American would think it should be. So...
It makes it a little, like, woof when you're, like, going back and forth.
So for me, my favorite characters in this version are Makoto, so Sailor Jupiter. She's fantastic. I love her. She's amazing. And also Rei, Sailor Mars. She's just so good.
Honestly, I love so many of the characters. I don't know, like, there's, like, one character I know I don't like.
And it's not the she's done really well. It's not the actress.
It's just this character that comes around, and I hate her, and I can't say anything about her because it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But I hate her.
But it's really kind of fun, the way that things are done. It's not done in the way that the arc is usually done. So if you've watched Sailor Moon Crystal, you've watched the original anime, you've read the manga, you've played Sailor Moon Drops, it's not done in that same way. For one thing, Minako is a pop star.
They decided to add that on top of everything.
And I absolutely love that. Minako is older than the others, and she is a pop star. She's an idol.
Yep.
Because why not?
That's just...
And the amazing thing is that they have all of this original music for the show. And I know Minako's number one hit is C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
You know, Sailor V, her alter ego.
But no. She's saying in
French.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. Watashi ga watashi inu kagiri. C'est la vie. Okay. It's just it's just that there is like a legit.
If you like having Japanese songs running through your head, like the same 3 Japanese songs running through your head 24/7, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, you're gonna love and watch the intro every time. Itome wa tsumo jueru.
Oh, that is what drew me in. I was just like, oh my god, the opening sequence, you guys, is so cute.
A chance.
But yeah, no.
It's so good. I honestly cannot describe to you guys how amazing the original music is. Because the girl who played Minako, Ayaka Komatsu, she is like a good singer. And she just has like, specifically there are 3 songs that go throughout the show, and 2 out of 3 are complete bops. So Serabi and Kiss To Bang To. Fantastic. I'm okay with Romansu. It's not as good. You need me, baby, baby. It's not as good. Woof. But the other 2 are fantastic. And it's just adorable. I'm sorry, I got caught up. Your favorite character, Ariana?
Oh, no, but, like, I like them all is my thing.
Okay.
There's, like, from Naru, right? That's her name, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Naru. Usagi's best friend.
Usagi's best friend, who is just the sweetest person. She's just so cute and just, like, there for Usagi. She's just, I'm here for you. Whatever you're doing, I support you. It's like,
yes.
You're just the best.
She is amazing. Oh, also, you know what? I should probably warn people. In this show, it gets a little intense in the way that towards the end of the show, the bad guys are stealing people's, like, life energy. And people are just, like, passing out and being in comas because of it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of characters end up doing this. And there is the named character death of 2 characters specifically. So that is also a warning.
Yeah.
Sorry, just thinking about some of these things.
Yeah.
That is a big trigger warning of named character death.
You're not going to look at the quality of this again and think, yeah, some of these characters are dying.
Yeah, and one of which dies with very sad piano music.
Oh my god.
It is like tears sobbing down my face because of it. And then another one dies in silent death. So those are like the 2, and they're like within like 5 episodes of each other.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a rough ride, those few episodes.
Yeah. Dr. Ray Ray in the chat is sobbing because I made her watch all of it.
But it's great!
It is good. It is good.
We have to, this is one of those things that we've enjoyed exposing people to, because I honestly, you guys, it's quarantine. Go take the time and go watch these, because they're fucking amazing.
They really are. They're very good.
Yeah. I want to talk about, we haven't really talked about any of the antagonism.
Oh, we haven't.
I have to, because she has the most extra bad guys that ever existed, and I will let you guys know, they're monsters. They're
Yoma.
The Yoma are the most amazing Power Rangers.
Yes.
Bad guys. Like
they're very Power Rangers. The amazing thing to me, so bad guys, if you don't know anything about Sailor Moon, the first arc, the bad guy is Queen Beryl. She is trying to take down the Sailor Senshi so she can wake up Queen Metaria so she can just take over the world. Like, that's straight up
Queen Metaria.
I know, fantastic. The actress who played Beryl in PGSM is a newscaster. She is honestly one of the best actresses on the entire show. She puts everything into the cheese. And the ham. She chews the scenery. It's so beautiful. And it's just, like, I think that's the best part of the show, is that everyone who is in on it just went with it. Like, they just went in on it.
They committed hard. It was beautiful.
There's no one, like, on the show being like, I'm on this really shitty show. No, everyone just took what they were given and they just go full in on it. And it's so good because of it.
Yep. It's amazing. Sorry, so, like, Queen Beryl, and then she's got her rock boys. And,
her rock boys, you know, the rock boys, or the Shitano. Is what they're actually called. They're
rock boys.
They're rock boys, because they're named after rocks.
We've got the planet chicks, and then we've got the rock boys.
Yeah, planet chicks versus rock boys. So, the rock boys we have Jadeite, we have Nephrite, Zoisite, and Kunzite. In the manga, they're all like, the general of North America, the general of, like, it's a whole thing. That's not, it doesn't, they're just rocks they are literal rocks in PGSM. If they are somehow injured enough to have to, like, regenerate, they poof like Steven Universe characters.
It's very Steven Universe.
They become rocks again until they are needed.
Or they just,
Shh. It's okay. You don't have to. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Did we want to talk about, like, favorite episodes? Have we actually explained what the show is at all?
I don't know that we have. I think we've definitely, like, sung its praises a ton.
So,
Queen Beryl's trying to wake up Queen Metaria, in order to, also she's side mission for her. She wants to bang an underage boy.
No, he's 18, Ariana.
Oh, so...
And he's reincarnated. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. Usagi Tsukino is a regular middle school girl in Tokyo. And she finds a cat one day, a stuffed animal cat, who then comes to life and says, hey, you're actually a Sailor Senshi.
You're the moon princess.
No, she doesn't say you're the moon princess, Ariana. You're ruining things. She says you are the general of these girls who are soldiers, basically. And you have to fight against the Yoma, the monsters, to save the world. Is basically the gist of it. And so...
And it's really poor Luna trying to figure out how to motivate this sack of potatoes.
Yeah, Usagi is an incredibly lazy child. She is known for being the latest and worst in all of her classes. She's not a very smart young lady.
That's why all of her friends are so nice, because they decided to help this sweet, sweet, dumb little girl.
Pretty much. So, Luna then tells Usagi that she is supposed to find the other Sailor Senshi, and she will know them when she finds them. So she finds Ami, who is very smart. She is the daughter of a doctor who's going to be a doctor one day herself. By the way, I'm just talking about specifically PGSM.
That's what she... Yeah.
This is what she is in PGSM. And she tries, so Usagi becomes friends with Ami and tries to get her to break out of her shell, right? Ami is
one of Reese's favorite episodes.
Yeah. Ami is also heavily, like, autistic coded in PGSM. She is, and it's good.
It's really, really good.
It is. Then they also find Reihino, who is a priestess at a temple. She goes to Catholic school.
Yeah,
it's a whole thing. She's apparently Catholic. Her mom is buried at the Catholic church. So
her mom's name was Risa.
It's true. R-I-S-A, not R-I-S-S-A. But so Rei lives at the temple, and her dad is a politician, and that's a whole thing. So she is incredibly closed off, but she already has, like, these psychic visions. So she's already in tune with all of this. Mm-hmm. And when she finds out that she's a Sailor Senshi, it's like, oh, wow, this makes sense. And then they also end up finding Makoto Kino, who is a tomboy. She is super tall at 5'7", canonically. Hilarious to me. So she is super tall. She's a tomboy, and she's super strong. She got kicked out of her last school for beating people up. And she's just strong and everything. And then she comes to realize, oh, I'm a sailor, like Senshi, so now I understand why I have all these things and why, she lives alone because her parents are dead, and it's a whole thing.
Everybody just dies on this lady.
Yep, she's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm just alone. That's just what I am.
That's how I'm strongest.
Yeah.
Now, her name, her symbol, and everything, she's supposed to be, like... Her powers lie in trees, for some reason. Yeah. So I very much connected with it. I was like, yes. So, like, she thinks that she has to be the tree that stands alone, but actually she needs a forest around her.
Exactly. And then we have Minako, who is the idol, who is already awake because she is Sailor V. This is from the very get-go, we know this.
From the get.
The other characters do not know this, but we as the audience know this. And...
They're so stupid!
They really are. She literally has a single that says Seirabi.
I mean... I guess they can be like, but she has like blonde hair suddenly, and then she's got a mask on.
That's the fun thing about this show, is that when they are in their normal civilian clothing, they have regular just hair.
Yeah.
And it isn't until they do their transformations that they have the weird colored hair.
Their magical girl transformation.
And
very
thankfully,
good.
they all have they just keep their brown eyes, because it would be weird to make them put contacts in.
Yeah.
Also, they have something that's just fun to note, is that all of the girls had to do their own stunts for the most part because they didn't get masks. So they hired a lot of girls who just had dance backgrounds. So for the first half of the series, it's just pure dance choreography.
I almost forgot that somehow.
It's honestly fantastic, and I'm going to tell you that the fight choreography gets way better.
It does.
Probably about 20 acts in.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Episodes. They call them acts.
Yes.
They're specifically called acts. I don't know why, but they are.
Too many acts, good. Guys. Too many acts.
They're very good, though. God, I love this show. Now I just want to go watch the show.
There's just... what I love most about this show is it's not the premise, it's not the... It's none of... It's really just the characters. They bring it home. The actors commit and are beautiful, they just...
And it's just...
fill the screen so
What I just love about it so much is that it makes itself so different from other Sailor Moon things. So it's not like you're just watching the same thing over and over again. That was my issue with Sailor Moon Crystal, for instance, is I could not get into it because I was like, I've just seen this before.
Yeah.
It's not something new. It's sure, it looks a little prettier maybe, but it's not new. Whereas this took a lot of the same story beats, but it adds in whole arcs that we've never seen before. There's an entire replacement for Chibiusa, because Chibiusa doesn't show up in Dark Kingdom arc, but they obviously wanted that kind of dynamic, so they replace her with another small girl, and it's fantastic. There's an entire arc where one of the Sailor Senshi goes dark and gets basically kidnapped and mind-controlled for probably at least 10 episodes.
We call that going Dark Willow.
It really is.
It is.
And then there's an entire, new character who is, the, how do you put it? The avatar of Queen Beryl, but in, modern-day Tokyo.
Yeah.
So it's honestly so fantastic. All of the new things that they add to this story that's been going since the 80s.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so beautiful and new. Okay. I do want to talk about favorite episodes before we stop.
Okay.
So, one of my favorite episodes is towards the very beginning when Ami is learning to be, like, she's never had friends before because she's just really smart. So she always, everyone who tried to be her friend was always, like, trying to be her friend to get something out of her, to, you know, get her as a tutor, you know, something like that. So she's never really had friends before Usagi, and so she just doesn't understand how to be a friend to Usagi. And then Usagi has other friends, so she starts feeling, like, possessive over Usagi and doesn't know what she's supposed to do. Like, how is she supposed to keep a friend? And, like, there's this entire episode of it is a very, like, autistic point of view in the way of, I have a friend, but I'm afraid she's not going to be my friend anymore, and I don't know how to deal with this, so I'm going to try to be someone else to try to keep her as my friend.
Yeah.
And then it backfiring. And it's just, it's so good because it's so humanizing. And it's just like watching that, and then like knowing people like that when we were younger.
Yeah.
And just knowing like, it's just so good.
It really is.
I love her. And it's just,
amazing.
And then also they're 14-year-olds. So it's like this amazing, like, everything I do is just the end of the world.
Yeah.
When you guys are actually, like, fighting people. Like, the social stuff is the end of the world, but it's like you're literally fighting monsters nightly. Yeah. Oh, that's another one that's one of my favorites. You know the one I'm talking about.
Which one?
The one where Ami and Ray both end up kind of running away from home and living together at Crown Karaoke. That one is fantastic because at that point, Ami and Ray they're not like people who have storylines together. Mm-hmm. This is like way far into it.
Yeah.
And they don't really have storylines together, but both of them have like single parent households. And then they both get into like fights with their single parent and end up spending the night at the karaoke place.
It's so cute.
It is so cute. They have like a whole pillow fight where they're like trying on outfits and stuff. It's so cute.
Oh, yeah, because that's the thing that they can do with their phones is give themselves different outfits. It's how they put on disguises. It is the most amazing thing.
You know,
and
like
such a 14-year-old thing. It's
exactly,
so
like,
14.
It's the hilarious thing is that like in the manga they have the pen, then they can do that. But in this they can just take pictures with their flip phone of someone and then save it so that they can use it as a disguise.
Yeah.
And so in one episode, I think it's the New Year's episode, they're all like trying on each other's like clothes that they found in their flip phones.
Yeah.
And like
they switched phones.
Rei has only taken pictures of utilitarian things. So she's taken pictures of like a fireman, a police person, like a police why can I not say a police person? Someone in the police. I can't think of the
police officer?
Thank you. I'm like, what is the word? So, like, a fire person, a police officer, like, a postal worker, stuff like that. And then, like, Usagi's taking pictures of all of the pretty things that she wants to wear. And then Ami has, like, this, like, ridiculous, like, mod clothing look. And everyone's like, what?
What is this?
And she's like, it's so funny. It's adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's another episode where Rei is also fighting with her single parent.
To be fair, her dad's a dick.
He is. And in that one, Mako goes to save her. Because the thing is at this point, Rei and Mako are like the mom and dad of the group. And they're like fighting over how to
raise Usagi.
Because, Rei is like, you guys just spoil her too much. because Usagi wants to make a costume for a contest, but she also needs to get her grade up in English. So she's got to do all this homework, but she also wants to win the costume contest. So she's like, okay, if you guys will help me do my homework, I can work on the costume. And Ray's like, no, do it all yourself. And Mako's like, we should help her with her homework. And there's like this whole like clash, but it's okay, because in the end, they both enter the costume contest for Usagi.
For Usagi, because she is too tired and
falls asleep.
Koopy? Koopy!
Koopy. People who are listening to this who have no idea what we're talking about,
good luck.
You probably feel the same way that Usagi's mother did. And you'll have to
What's wrong with you?
No, I won't push you too hard.
You guys, Usagi's mom is a joy. She's wonderfully...
I just forgot her name.
Doesn't matter. I don't know. Mama Tsukino.
Ikuko,
that's it.
She's the Ikuko in PGSM is so fantastic. I love her so much. And then my other favorite episode is where Rei and Minako fight for custody over a dog, and I will not continue in anything else that has to do with that, but that is one of my favorite episodes because Rei and Minako fight over custody of a dog in a Catholic church.
Yeah.
I like how we haven't talked about Mamadou at all, by
the
way.
We haven't, and I think...
Because, honestly...
If he didn't have some very redeeming, like...
I think the actor is so good at the part that it's okay, because the character himself is super sketchy. But I think the actor does such a good job, specifically with that look of, I love you so much. You are my idiot. Like, that's the look on his face that makes him worthwhile.
A very distinct look. It is the, oh, you sweet, sweet idiot look. Because it's he portrays it so well. Like,
yeah.
Risa, put a picture of him doing that in the description. Can you do that?
I will try.
Okay.
There is just a very specific look of just, oh,
you simple, simple thing.
And just the best moment out of context of, well, I can follow him because I'm Sailor Moon. Just complete silence. Oh. A crow. Oh.
Grass.
It's so good. Oh my god. Now I just want to go watch it.
When they're happy to pretend that they...
They're happy to pretend that he didn't hear that.
It's just so funny.
It's so good.
Oh, that is the best moment in any television history, and you can't change my mind about it.
It's true. Also, another good part of this Mamadou. Mm-hmm. So, Tuxedo Mask, if people have somehow not got that, but Tuxedo Mask is Mamadou. Yeah.
Spoilers! Spoiler
alert. But... at one point in this series, if you still haven't been sold, how many minutes into this episode?
Right.
Oh, God. 43 minutes in. Mako, so Jupiter, punches him at one point. Fantastic. So, Ariana, your favorite episode. You have a controversial pick.
I do have a controversial pick, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. I think it's an incredibly good episode.
There is a wonderful episode, and just upon describing it, you're not going to think that it... There's an episode where, for some reason, they are... all of the Sailor Senshi and Sailor Luna are doing, like, a Japanese competition show sort of thing, but they're not actually. It's just something that Minako's manager has put together because he loves Minako and wants her to have a good time.
Pretty much. So, hitting up... Because the constant, like, not mashup, but match up. That's the word. The matchup is Rei versus Minako, just because of who they are. Their personalities butt heads a lot. So Minako's doing something that her manager
Mars
would
and
prefer.
Venus, you know.
Yeah. Her manager wants her to consider doing something else, basically. And she's just refusing to do it, and it's not good for her. She should be doing it. And so her manager enlists Rei to try to, like, get her interest back to where it should be and spark her drive again. And by just invoking her competitiveness. Specifically, she can't be bested by Rei.
She does that little pinch face.
God, she is adorable, Ayaka Komatsu. She's just super adorable. She's one of my favorites, honestly. She has so many really, really good expressions. I wouldn't say she's the best actress on the show.
No.
But honestly, I would say
she's pretty good.
That Rei is the best actress. There's a specific scene I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That makes me just, But she does so well, specifically in that episode, I think, in portraying, like, I wasn't caring.
I don't care about this.
I don't care about this. I'm winning, but I don't care. And it's just so cute. And it has my favorite song, Kiss to Bang to.
Yep, that's a good one. They're all good ones, though. I don't have them anymore.
I'm sorry. I'll send those to you literally right after we finish recording this episode.
That'd be good.
I'll send them to you on Discord when I get back to my computer. Because those show up on my iPod Shuffle, and I force my husband to listen to them while I sing in Japanese.
Hey, man.
There are songs on my iPod that sometimes are just in other languages, and you know what?
That's a good thing. You know what? While we're at it, could you send me the theme for Porque el Amor Manda? You know the one that I like.
Yes, I do know the one. Yes.
Sometimes we would just sing. We committed we had so many nights committed to learning songs in other languages.
I mean, to be fair, when you start watching a telenovela, you just learn you learn it, and
especially
the
theme song that's just always in there.
Yeah, we were addicted to a telenovela in about 2012, so that's 2011 maybe, I don't know, but it was off topic. I mean,
it's kind of on topic. It's the same sort of.
My God, we should totally talk about Porque el Amor Manda.
We should,
but I can't find any of it
whole
online.
Copies.
I can't. I'm very upset about it. I'll find it, though. I'll find it. Okay, so that was us talking about Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon.
Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. And I really, really, really recommend. It is, like, honestly, top 5 things of my life.
Yeah.
That I just want everyone to watch.
For the good of it and for the bad of it, it is, because it's that good kind of bad in the bad qualities. It's that is Xena level bad, you know?
Honestly, Xena is a really good thing to, like, compare it to in the way that, like, even if the acting isn't the best, even if the, the graphics aren't the best, it just, the spirit of it is so fantastic that you get so emotionally involved.
We should also talk about Xena.
We should. Now I just want to rewatch Xena. I haven't rewatched Xena in over a decade.
I started to do... Anyway, we'll talk about this
We'll talk about that later.
Recording.
So, we want you guys to watch this, and then tell us what you think about it on our Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and website. Krolmeister. Yeah! You can email us at krolmeistersisters@gmail.com, or you can find us on our website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com.
You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. And in those places, you can tell us what you think about Bishoujo Senshi Seira Moon. Does it live up to the manga? What is it? How do you feel?
So you can subscribe to us.
Oh, okay.
I cannot speak. You can
sorry.
subscribe to us on Twitch to get access to our cute little wine glass emote, as well as our Scopa emote. Or you can support us over on patreon.com/Krolmeister Sisters to get access to our, podcast night VODs, that's the word. I'm losing words at this point. And our, stream cat pictures, and you can tell us what to talk about. Yep, those are words.
Those are things you can do.
Hi.
No, this is the end of it.
As a reminder, I'm Marisa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister Sisters. And we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.